Hello, how are you? I hope you have gone through first two lectures of grammar part, which is the section 7. And in this lecture, I am going to explain you the usage of punctuation marks in detail. So, how you can incorporate punctuation marks easily in your essay writing. Let's learn it. I'll suggest you to use full stop, which is very easy, which can be used after the completion of one sentence. Comma, not that easy. I'll explain you how. Semicolon, in a very easy manner. Colon and hyphen. Let us get started. We have the first one and it is semicolon. Semicolon is basically stronger than a comma and less than a full stop. So stronger than a comma and less than a period. We also call it period. It is the combination of full stop and comma, period and comma. Her parents wanted her to be a doctor. However, she had other plans. I thought it was amazing. She thought it was terrible. When we do not need comma, we need a long pause. But we need less than a full stop. We use semicolon. I know you have got confused. Let me explain you in easy manner. The number of COVID-19 cases are at peak these days and the situation has also become vulnerable. So or therefore, I'll advise you to use therefore instead. Therefore, we need to be extra conscious. Therefore, we need to be extra cautious. So basically we use semicolon when used in the middle of a sentence or two clauses. When used in the middle of a sentence or two clauses, we use semicolon before, however, in fact and therefore. So instead of understanding it in detail, just understand one thing. Whenever we are going to use semicolon, whenever we use however, in fact, therefore. We'll use semicolon before followed by comma afterwards. So semicolon, however, comma. Semicolon, in fact, comma. Semicolon, therefore, comma. I'll advise you all to go through the same lecture again and practice the sentences related to the same topic. Then only you will understand it thoroughly. Now we have the next one, hyphen. Hyphen is basically used in order to put a pause or space between two words. Basically these two words are like, we can say, adjective phrases. These are adjective phrases. When we are using more than one word to specify a particular noun just before the noun. So there we use hyphen in between. This is a one-way street. One way. This is a semi-stitched suit. Semi-stitched. The street only goes one way. Up here we have used one way afterwards. So we have not put hyphen. He is a 2-year-old child. So we have written he is a 2-year-old child. So with 2, in between 2 and year and in between year and old, we have put hyphen. 2-year-old child. Will not write years because we have already mentioned old. Okay. Again, semi-stitched suit. If we are using some phrase just before a noun, we are going to use hyphen between the words. There are some more examples. Hands-on experience, semi-skilled job, co-workers, vanilla flavored ice cream, man-made island, part-time job, full-time job, half-filled bottle. Go through the rest of these. Now, comma. Where do we use comma? We use comma in order to show a pause. So, even if you will speak the same sentence, you will get to know there is a pause here. Initially, we'll learn it like this, but later on we should know the exact rule. We need to buy milk, eggs, flour and sugar for the cake. it is advisable to use comma before and as well. Unfortunately, he missed his flight. So after unfortunately, sir, please have a seat. Are you noticing when I am speaking these sentences, I am already taking a pause. So when I am taking a pause, just try to understand we need to put comma. However, there are various reasons behind this. So I'll put comma after however. However, this is a drastic change. Dear sir, comma, yours faithfully, comma. This, however, is a drastic change. In this case, I am using however as a subject. This, however, is a drastic change. That's why I have not used comma after however. Now, comma is also used for essential and non-essential information. So when we have some important information, when we have some essential information, we do not put comma. It is also understandable as the idea is important. Passengers must keep their seat belts fastened until the plane has landed. Passengers must keep their seat belts fastened until the plane has landed. Important information. That's why we have not put comma before until. That lady is the scientist who won the Nobel Prize in Physics this year. So I am talking about that lady. That lady is the scientist who won the Nobel Prize in Physics this year. I have not put comma before who. Essential information. I was so happy when I heard the news. When were you happy? When I heard the news. Essential information. No comma. Non-essential information, add comma. People love to celebrate New Year's Eve. People love to celebrate New Year's Eve, which is the last day of the year. This is non-essential. This is not important. As we all know, New Year's Eve is celebrated on 31st December, on the last day of the year. That's why it is non-essential information. Just follow this rule and I'm sure you will never do any mistake when it comes to comma. Last but not the least, colon. Where do we use colon? So basically colon is used whenever we are telling so many names afterwards, or when we are giving some examples, we use colon. Whenever you drive, take care of the following. So of what? Of following. Take care of so many things. Take care of the following. Wear your seat belt. Obey traffic laws. And keep your eyes on the road. So before and I have put comma, obey traffic rules. Before that, comma, and I have used colon here. So colon is used in order to explain 2 or 3 points. Next example. His restaurant specializes in 4 items: prawn, shrimp, crab and lobster. So what have I done? So I have used his restaurant specializes in 4 items. So after 4 items I have used colon because I am going to explain, I am going to give the names of the items: prawn, shrimp, crab and lobster. So this is the way we use colon, semicolon, comma as well as hyphen. You already know where to put period. After the completion of one sentence we put period, we put a full stop. So that's all for this session and as well as this section. I hope you understood this in detail. Try to implement the same in your writing in order to get a boost in your scores. Thank you. Bye bye guys, and I'll meet you in the next section, which is the final section of this writing course, in which I'll give you an example of 9-band essay. So bye bye till then.